Shot.
You need one. Yeah.
The whole run through.
Okay, we'll go ahead and get started with Jamal Haynes. Questions, Ron?
Are you, now that the year's coming to an end, are you planning on retiring the black jersey?
Yeah, personally, yeah. I asked Coach Key on, I want to say it was Monday. I came out in a black jersey. I was like, Coach, that's all I had to do. And he already knew what I was talking about. So he ended up coming in and had one of our equipment managers give me my white jersey. So it just feels good to be back in a white jersey. And obviously it gives a little bit of morale to my offensive line and to my offensive players just to see me in a white jersey and be able to go full speed.
Chad.
Just along those same lines, and I asked Haynes this. I mean, you guys have dealt with a lot of injuries. Why play this bowl game? You could easily, rested and healed for next year.
It's honestly the mentality. That's just how I was raised, how I grew up. If I have the opportunity to play football, if I have the opportunity to compete, I mean, that's what I'm about, that's what I'm for. And if I have the opportunity to strap up in another GT helmet again, I mean, hey, I'm taking that full opportunity, hands down.
Alex.
I guess had some other guys kind of announce their plans for next year. Do you plan on being back? Kind of how excited are you about the team going in next year?
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely the plan. Things just happen, but me personally, I'm just being where my feet are, focusing on the bowl game, trying to get a win with my brothers and our seniors for the last time.
Ron?
Change at left tackle. What are you seeing in practice? Naturally, you've run behind McKinney before. What do you like about him?
He's a young kid, but he's coachable. He's willing to do anything the coaches say. And then on top of that, he's a great athletic kid. To just be at left tackle, but to be on the offensive line and be that athletic, he shows tremendous effort on countless plays. But just to see him get back in there and have the opportunity to get back playing, get back rolling, it's great to see him down there.
ACC kickoff, you said you had some personal goals this season. Are you willing to share what those goals were? Did you meet any of those goals? Those still
personally, I'm still not going to share my personal goals. I will say, though, I'm not going to say I didn't meet my goals, but I will say just with injuries and just a lot of things going on throughout this season, it didn't really happen the way I wanted it to. So definitely looking to respond back next year and get back on track.
And with all the injuries kind of being banged up all year, did that kind of affect the way your running style? Did you still kind of play the way you always have, or were you kind of held back a little bit by those injuries?
The way I was playing as far as mentality, the mentality will always be the same. But as far as being able to move how I want to move or cut and juke and all those extracurricular things that goes on with being a running back, it did kind of wear down on me just getting towards the end of the season with just back-to-back games. And we did get a lot of bye weeks, which really did help. As y'all seen, just coming off of those bye weeks, I was a lot more healthier, just being able to go, run through the line, take hits, take blows. But as far as just being able to stay healthy, that's probably going to be my biggest thing, just rolling in the next season.
What is the importance of this game for you guys as far as what a win would mean to roll over into the next season?
Momentum, and then finishing the drill strong. We have a lot of kids who really graduated this year who spent their time at Tech and did their time at Tech. It's just the right way to send them out with a win.
Chad?
Tell me about Coach Norv and what he's meant to your development as a running back.
Man, a blessing. He took me in with open arms. Ever since, he's probably the first coach that really understands Jamal. A lot of coaches, they look at a kid just for what he can do on the field, but understanding what goes inside a kid's mind and what goes on throughout the kid's day, that's something college players and personally me that I really like. I like that. That's something that means the most to me as far as just being a coach. So just with him having open arms and then coaching me hard the way I want to be coached, I just feel like I really appreciate it and I never take it for granted.
Alex?
And then kind of having the few weeks after the last game at Georgia, kind of how do you feel going to the bowl game? Do you feel like you're going to be your explosive self? Do you feel like the fans are going to see the old Jamal Haynes kind of in this bowl game the way you feel right now?
Absolutely. Just like you said, we ended Georgia, we got a couple weeks just to chill. Not really chill, but, get back into rehab, get back into the swing of things and just stay healthy. They'll for sure see an explosive Jamal, for sure.
You got two offensive linemen that are playing their last game. What have they meant to the offense and what can you say about those two guys?
Man, special. Shout out to Weston, shout out to Jordan. I mean, those two guys, I played with Weston since I was in 7th grade. Jordan, he been behind me since I ever got here at Tech. He always knew what I could do, always knew my capabilities. It's just the right thing to just send those guys out the right way. And what they do in the trenches is the good, they don't get praised. The bad, everybody looks at them like they're the bad guys. So it's just definitely want to just send them out the right way for sure for their last game.
Anything else? All right, thanks, Jamal.
Appreciate y'all. Go Jackies.